Yeah.
Hello and welcome to this episode of Let's Talk. In previous aspects we have explored the dynamics of the paradox of time travel, what was the second one? The whole idea behind... What the hell was the second one? So yeah, time travel, oh yeah, outer space, the aspects of outer space and the infinite amount of aspects that there is. And last one was the whole concept behind movies based off of video games, in which this one, as you've already probably noticed, is about the next gen consoles. Now, I've never actually owned consoles day one that I can remember, because I grew up with the NES, Super Nintendo, Genesis, N64, PlayStation 2, I can't remember. But yeah, the PS3, the 360, the Xbox, I never owned on day one. But PlayStation 3 I may, Xbox 720, whatever it's actually going to be named, I don't know. But PS3 I probably owned day one. PS3, the idea behind it all, so I keep saying PS3 when I mean PS4, my apologies. Yes, PS4, I'm going to own day one. The whole concept behind what they're doing with it looks pretty cool. Is it not the controller? I don't know, because that touchscreen, instead of there being a star select, is interesting. We'll see how that goes. But the PS4, they pretty much made an advancement into the system world where it's almost par with the PC aspects world. Not up there enough, but close, because when it comes to, say, like Battlefield 3, on PC you can have up to 64 people at once on a server playing against one another, that's 32 versus 32. In console, it's just a regular, low-level amount of like 8v8, or like 10 versus 10, 12 versus 12. Yeah, there's never been a high number except for, massive action game, which was for the PS3 only, in which they had that kind of high level of amount of people, huge numbers. That's the closest they came on console wise of having a lot of people on one single kind of server action game like that. Granted, you have MMO like the Defiance game right now on all consoles. Well, it's PS3, 360, and PC, which, you can have a lot of people on at once. But that's an MMO. We're talking about action here, Battlefield, Call of Duty. Call of Duty won't ever, of course, have that high amount of gaming people, because it's a small, quick action game. You meet enemy as soon as possible once you, load in kind of game. That's their main aspects of gaming. And when it comes to the next console, we'll see what they do, because Battlefield 4 looks awesome and amazing. I'm owning it for the 360. I already pre-ordered it, but I'm gonna give me a PS4 and probably give me a copy of that. And with the upcoming next gen consoles, it's gonna be the first time where I have a game on not just only different systems and aspects of Sony versus Microsoft. It's gonna be old system up against new system, and you can play Diablo 3, which I actually have on PC, on the PS4, which looks amazing. Of course, with the aspects of the console wars of people keep talking about who has the more or better what is it called, exclusive games, whereas Sony and their PlayStation has, what is it, God of War, Killzone, Uncharted, and there's probably a couple others that I can't think of right now, whereas Microsoft and the Xbox has Gears of War, it has Halo, and probably a few more that I can't think of at the moment either. But people try to rage of that aspects, and you know, what is it? The cost of being able to be a member, like a gold membership of playing on the Xbox, versus how Sony had it free for a while, and look how that worked out perfectly. You know, they got hacked and so much shit happened there. You know, their online service was down for a long time. Then they came out with a pay purchase type of deal, and truthfully, I mean, those concepts are okay, but you want to really get down to it, from what I can tell, it's the actual social ability on these consoles. Well, you know, if you want to win a game, you want to game with friends. Most people, you know people in their real today lives that they game with. Some, I for the most part didn't. I know people via just online, and those, you know, the people you want to game with, you want to be social with on your console if you're gaming together. And in the versus of that aspect via PS3 versus Xbox 360, Xbox One hands down, because I mean the social aspects and the way they pushed forward towards it was just amazing, whereas Sony didn't. I mean, in the original aspects of consoles with the Xbox, you got a mic with it, because they pushed the aspects of talking with people, you know, getting to know people, you know, helping each other out during gaming. Not if you want to, you know, not lone wolf it, and you want to just really wreck it with teams and everything in team-based games. Sony pushed for that. I mean, not Sony. Microsoft pushed for that with the Xbox 360. Sony did not. And their whole aspects of social connection was not really there. It was extremely lacking of anything. I mean, you have a party system in Microsoft where you can talk no matter what you're doing to somebody else. Be it watching videos, listening to music, playing games, single player, multiplayer. You've got somebody you can talk with via the party chat system. Sony didn't have one. All they had was pretty much texting. The only way you can chat originally was in-game, and that's it. And that was their major downfall social-wise. And just the lack thereof, I think, really not turned off most gamers, but some, because you really want to communicate with people, especially your friends. It just didn't happen that way. Hopefully they'll make an adjustment to that, because I think the way they really want to revamp it, the system, is with the controller-wise mic, allowing you to chat with other people the way you can via Microsoft and the Xbox. The controller, just plug the mic into the controller easily, and you're chatting with people there, having a variety of, you know, headsets that you can purchase that, you know, really just easily connect into the controller, or there are very expensive ones, there's another one that is completely and utterly wireless. And truthfully, if you want to really give a high amount of people to buy your console, don't just push for so much via visual or hardware aspects to balance the console. That's good, but push for social connection. Microsoft did that really good. Sony tried to pick it up with their whole kind of avatar look, where you can walk around in these different worlds, like build your own house and stuff. But I mean, that did pretty well. That looked okay, but that's still falling short. What you want to do is not just do it via text. You want to have communication via voice, I see. If you want to vocally put yourself out there, because you can't easily be understood via text, because you can't get all the emotions, all the actual expressions you want in text. Only in voice and facial. It's hard to understand what somebody's saying, because if they're texting something, and mean, you know, sarcasm, joke-wise, and somebody may take it in advance and not understand what it is saying. And with Microsoft and everything that they supposedly are doing, which the concepts leak-wise looks okay, but everything now that they're supposed to rumored happening, it's supposed to be next month. They unveil what they're doing for their next console. But rumor has it, there's a possibility of what the dumbest concept there is always on. Always have connection. Supposedly they're gonna have two different type of console-wise, you know, the main one is always on. They'll probably, you know, get a bigger hard drive and everything. This aspect-wise, it's just a dumb, it's a stupid aspect. So remember what happened to Diablo 3, what happened to SimCity. Always on is the dumbest concept there is. I've said it before and I'll say it again. It not being able to have to push for non-filled copies of games to be played. That was the original push-wise, was to not have the ability for the consumer to be able to play used games. But just the whole idea of always on is the dumbest concept, because there was a tweet that I saw that I've heard originally of Microsoft employees saying, you know, everybody's already pretty much connected, it's not a stupid concept, it should be just pushed into people's lives. Well, the person argued, well, what about if somebody has not power outage, but just loss of connection, and they want to play games, they're stupid memory. He said something stupid, I can't remember. He says, well, why don't you, well, you live in, you know, LA, Chicago, and stuff, or these places always have a good internet connection. Try to live in there, like you put up to random areas which don't. And he says, why would I ever live there? It shows the stupidity of the person who doesn't understand that there are aspects of the world and how connection is truly the great thing in the aspect of the world. Truly, you know, you want to push for good communication with your fan base, with your people who find at it. To show stupidity like he did, I mean, that's just not gonna help you out in the long run with the console. If they push for always on, Microsoft's gonna lose a lot of business with that. Because not a lot of people want to play on a system that, for the most part, has to have always on, especially for what they said, the two consoles. One is always on, which affects games, whereas the other one is always on just for the apps, but not for the games. Still is a stupid concept. It's understandable, but still stupid. Like, I mean, app-wise, you know, you download a movie, and it's on your console, but you have to be online to be able to watch it. It's still stupid. I pay the money, I download it, I should watch it if I'm not on. If I am. It's just the dumbest concept there has been since, you know, originally the whole you can't play used games on a new system. It's just not the way you need to go. They originally had that rumor, it was denied, and it was just shut down. Yeah, this is not going to happen, we're not going to do this. But now this whole always on thing has come up for the next gen of Microsoft, which, who knows, we'll see whether or not it's actually implemented when they unveil everything next month. I'll probably do another Let's Talk or something then, or whatever. But next gen console, I'm definitely going to be only PlayStation 4. And I'm going to wait to see the all info they have of the next Xbox. Whether it is named Xbox 720 or whatever, we'll see. And granted, PlayStation 4 hasn't been fully unveiled itself, and so they did this press conference. They only showed the games, their exclusives, the controller, that's it. Yeah. I fully understand the specs of it all, they do unveil all the aspects of this gen that their console that they're making. Who knows? Because I mean, look-wise, it's probably not gonna look bad. I mean, the PS3 doesn't look bad, but just game-wise, it looks okay. I'd like to play Battlefield 4. You know, the huge aspects of the way the PC can be a 64 player. But we'll see how everything goes down online in the future and how everything is presented and done with these consoles. It's like it's every 10 to 15 years we do a console, because the specs, the computer, the RAMs and everything that they can shove into these consoles that they're making keeps getting bigger and better, where they're becoming more and more par with the PC. The aspects right now, my PC is just a regular off-the-shelf PC. I don't have that good too much. Call of Duty Black Ops 2 on the lowest settings. But all in all, we'll see how these things come along and how aspects of what they're doing is good or bad. But I thank you for watching this gameplay of Black Ops I have and listening to me rant on. And as always, have fun.